A very good morning to you and welcome to the news at 7. I am Iberi Ugonna. In the headlines this morning, Governor Obiano reassures on promoting policies that enhance human development. Southeast traditional rulers calls for collaboration with political leaders to accelerate development. 35 inmates of Jos prison to sit for NECO exams. And on the foreign scene this morning, U.S. threatening to withdraw from nuclear deal with Russia. And now details of the news. Governor Willie Obiano has reassured on sustaining programs and policies that will improve the living standards of the people. A.G. Kavanaugh filed on the reports taken from our studios.
The governor, who was represented by his deputy, Dr. Nkemo Okeke, while felicitating with Most Reverend Okeke on his 65th birthday anniversary, wished him more blissful years ahead.
I can celebrate your birthday, the Most Reverend Valerian Okeke, who turned 65 today. Your Grace, the Lord will continue to bless you. Bless all your good deeds. You're one of those archbishops where complete respect for. These are one way you go, the way you lead. God will continue to see you through. Everything you taught will turn to gold in Jesus' name.
In a homily, Archbishop Okeke said that the essence of celebrating his birthday with 1,070 inmates at the Onitsha prisons was to give them assurance that the society and the church have not rejected them. The Catholic prelates, while advising the inmates to always see themselves as brothers and sisters, promised that the church will always support them to ensure that they end up as good ambassadors.
The society has not rejected you, and we have not rejected you. You still remain our brothers and sisters.
The Archbishop later presented gifts, including foodstuff, bottled water, toiletries and biscuits to the inmates. A car and building for skill acquisition program were also donated to the prisons. The ceremony also featured cutting of the birthday cake, commissioning of skill acquisition block, presentation of gifts to winners of a football competition, among others.
Traditional rulers in the Southeast geopolitical zone have called on political elites in the zone to partner with them for enhanced development of the area. The traditional rulers made the call during a biannual delegates meeting at the Government House, Oka. Correspondent Emmanuel Okonkwo reports.
The traditional rulers, drawn from the 5 states in the Southeast geopolitical zone, deliberated on a wide range of issues concerning the zone and the country at large, emphasizing on the need for traditional rulers to be carried along in the scheme of things. They called on political leaders to always partner them for the enthronement of a better society. The royal fathers, while congratulating the presidential candidates of different political parties and their running mates for the 2019 general elections, urged them to address the issue of restructuring, which they noted almost all sections of the country are clamoring for. In a remark, the traditional ruler of Onitsha and chairman, State Traditional Rulers Council, Obinnemeka Achebe, who commended Governor Willie Obiano for his cordial relationship with the traditional rulers in the state, called on other governors in the Southeast to emulate him.
The Southwest, not your own declaration also, all of them together. The country wishes to have a revolution. So this then goes to there's as umbrella for the party organization we talked about today. Can do it's a good point. So relate to other groups and so on.
Also speaking, the traditional ruler of Aguleri in Anambra East local government area, Igwe Christopher Idigo, harped on the need for his colleagues to always be cautious of their responsibilities as custodians of customs and tradition.
I used to have course Virginia, yes. So I want one day. Yes, I mean, I'm going balance and I'm going to have time. I will be included. I'm going to have time. I need a change. Let's look at the guy in the change. I said, me and politician put on go succeed. Or when we in the angels or house, or then on my bicycle. Was more than Jeep, a chain on my own.
In Oka, I am Emmanuel Okonkwo, reporting for ABS News.
And away from that, an Anambra son from Obosi community in Idemili North local government area, Lieutenant U.E. Wamma has emerged the best 2018 graduating student of the Nigerian Defense Academy, NDA. Second Lieutenant Wamma also received the award of Golden Sword for his outstanding performances in the institution. He did not only emerge the best in his department, both Air Force and Navy, in the final year of his training at the Academy, but also emerged as the Academy's Cadet Adjutant, ACA, which according to the military sources is the most senior and powerful cadet. On arrival to the community, Lieutenant Wamma was specially received by the traditional ruler of the community, Igwe Chukudubem Iweka. In his reaction, a former member of the State House of Assembly and Nollywood star, Mr. Tony 1 week one ago, commended Lieutenant Wamma for bringing honor to the community and the state. Stakeholders in indigenous medicine and herbal practice from the 21 local government areas of the state will converge in Oka this Friday to brainstorm on the state's government's model on herbal practice. The special advisor to the governor on indigenous medicine and herbal practice, Dr. Onyeka Chukwu-Ibezim, disclosed this in an ABS interview in Oka on the efforts of the Obiano administration to ensure standards in herbal practice in the state. According to Dr. Ibezim, the essence of the meeting of stakeholders in the herbal practice is to intimate them on the guidelines released by the state government for herbal medicine practice in the state. He said that after the meeting, the state government will categorize series of trainings for those in indigenous medicine and herbal practice for efficient service delivery. Dr. Ibezim, who described indigenous medicine practitioners as critical to human lives, charged the practitioners to abstain from acts capable of debasing the profession. He maintained that the state government will continue to provide a conducive environment for them to discharge their functions. Dr. Ibezim, who said that the Dean Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Chukwuemeka Odumegwu University, Bariam Campus, as well as Dean Faculty of Pharmacy, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Agolo Campus, and representatives of National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, and Standards Organization of Nigeria, SON, will be attending the categorized workshops for indigenous herbal medicine practitioners in the state as part of efforts to ensure standards in the activities. Hepatitis has been identified as the major cause of about 1.5 million deaths annually, according to a World Health Organization's official record quoted by a member of the Nigerian Medical Association, NMA, Dr. Ernest Ifebi. The viral infectious disease affects hundreds of millions of people worldwide, causing acute and chronic liver diseases. Dr. Ifebi noted that the disease places a high burden on the healthcare system because of the cost of treatment of liver failure and chronic liver disease. He added that in many countries, viral hepatitis is the leading cause of liver transplants, while in communities where food and sanitation services are poor, hepatitis A and E tend to be more common. According to the medical expert, new hepatitis B and C infections are seen more often in recipients of organs, blood, and tissue, along with persons working or receiving care in health settings and vulnerable groups. On the mode of spread, Dr. Ifebi noted that hepatitis A and E are acute viral infections typically transmitted through food or water contaminated by fecal matter, while hepatitis B is spread through exposure to infected blood, through sexual contact with an infected person, or during childbirth. He further noted that hepatitis C is mainly transmitted through contact with the blood of an infected person in modes such as sharing of needles, sex, or childbirth, while hepatitis D is also common among injection drug users. According to him, some of the symptoms of the disease include jaundice, extreme fatigue, abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, fever, and dark-colored urine. As part of preventive measures against the disease, Dr. Ifebi called for test, vaccination of children, which can protect them from hepatitis B infection for life, demanding safe injection and seeking treatment. And we're moving on to national stories. The Nigerian Prison Service said that 35 inmates of Jos Prison will participate in the 2018 November-December Senior School Certificate Examination as a CE of the National Examination Council, NECO. DSP Luka Ayedo, the Public Relations Officer of the Plateau Command of MPS, made this known in a statement in Jos. Ayedo said that the inmates, who comprised of 32 males and 3 females, were adequately prepared to take social science and commercial subjects in the examination. According to him, the examination fees of the inmates were paid by the Industrial Training Fund, ITF, as part of activities marking its 47th anniversary. He explained that examination is one of the numerous reform programs available to prepare inmates towards smooth reintegration into the society upon discharge. The PRO explained that the service had deployed resources to attract productive partnership towards providing quality education and vocational skills for inmates across the command. And moving on to business news, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Dr. Ibe Kachiku, has inaugurated the Nigerian Content Research and Development Council. The council is expected to advise the Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board on matters relating to research, development and innovation strategy for the oil and gas industry, according to a statement from the NCDMB. It said the council's terms of reference to advise the board on criteria and methodology for prioritizing markets and demand-driven research projects, advise the board on the appropriate strategies and governance arrangements to attract funding for research projects, and advise the board on criteria for the award of research grants and review progress on impact of such grants on research projects, product development and innovation. Kachiku commended the NCDMB for accomplishing the commitment it made at the 2017 Research and Development Fair, describing the R&D Council as a timely innovation that would deepen the achievements recorded in Nigeria content implementation. He charged the members to deliver on their mandate, which it said would help redress the fallings of the oil and gas sector to the Nigerian economy. According to him, the NCDMB is focused on increasing Nigerian participation in oil and gas projects and engendering business opportunities locally. And now for entertainment news, actress and filmmaker Shelley Igwe has given women who go under the knife to enhance their looks a word of wisdom to ponder. According to the fair-skinned beauty, who recently launched her Daughters of Love Foundation to cater for the needs of diabetic and widows, women should stop feeling inadequate and desist from going for plastic surgery, as it will not give them the confidence they crave. She urged women to love themselves the way they are created. She made it clear that plastic surgery, injection fillers, butt-raising liposuction cannot help them fill any void or charge them to go on diet if they need to shed some fat, eat right, work out if they need to be in shape and toned. Shelley Igwe has been riding way in her career as she's hot in demand. In recent times, she has featured in films like Hook, Line and Sinker, Babonkiti, The Washerman, Based on Principle, Middle of Nowhere, My Neighbor's Wives, among others. Moving on to the foreign scene, the United States is going to unilaterally withdraw from a decades-old treaty with Russia that bans a wide array of nuclear weapons, U.S. President Donald Trump has said. The Intermediate-Range Nuclear Forces Treaty was signed in 1987 by then U.S. President Ronald Reagan and Soviet General Secretary Mikhail Gorbachev in Washington. It banned nuclear and conventional missiles with ranges of 500 to 1,000 kilometers, as well as their launchers. The two countries have long accused one another of violating the terms of the landmark treaty. Trump made a comment as his national security advisor, John Bolton, was in Moscow to meet Russia's Foreign Minister, Sergei Lavrov, before what is expected to be the second summit between Trump and his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin, later this year. Now for sports news, 19 clubs from the Atlantic and Savannah conferences will participate in the 2018 Women's Basketball League of the Nigerian Basketball Federation. In a statement, the NBBF said the league, which will be abridged, will hold from October 28 to November 7. The Federation said the format was decided upon because the FIBA Africa Zone 3 Club Championship zonal elimination starts in November. Defending champions First Bank of Lagos lead 9 other clubs from the Southwest, Southeast, and South-South, including newly admitted Mountain of Fire Women's Basketball Club, to Enugu for the Atlantic Conference preliminaries. 9 teams from the Savannah Conference, Northwest, Northeast, and North Central will battle for qualification in Abuja. The preliminaries held between October 28 and November 2nd. 6 teams from the 2 conferences will qualify for the national finals in Lagos, holding between November 3 and 7. Winner and first runners-up will represent Nigeria at the FIBA Zone 3 Women Champions Qualifiers in Cotonou between November 12 and 15. The NBBF also said the conference preliminaries for the Men's Premier League will hold in Port Harcourt and Abuja between November 13 and 17, while the league's national final holds in Lagos between November 20 and 25. And that's it on ABS Television News at 7. Remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world by logging onto our website, www.absradiotv.com. Like us on Facebook at www.facebook.com/ABS Radio Television. You can also follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ABS Radio TV. The main points before we go this morning: Governor Obiano has reassured on promoting policies that enhance human development. The governor was speaking at Onitsha Prisons during a mass to mark 65th birthday of Archbishop Okeke. Southeast traditional rulers have called for collaboration with political leaders to accelerate development. 35 inmates of Jos Prison are to sit for NECO exams. Now, the foreign scene will brought to you the U.S. has threatened to withdraw their nuclear deal with Russia. And that's the size of our package this morning. Many thanks for watching. I'm Ebere Ugunna. Good morning, Anambra continues shortly. Just stay with us.